Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a WAM casted game. It's been a while since I've casted a WAM game, to be honest. I can't actually recall when that was, but it's been a while. But we're here with WAM. He's going to be playing as the French today, spawning in on the north. And his opponent, we may not recognize the name here. But this is in fact Salami. And Salami, he's having a little bit of a name change, so he's no longer going to be Salami. It's going to be Corvinus. I believe that that's how you pronounce it. I'm 99% sure. And I'm usually bad at, pronouncing names, but I think I got it there, Corvinus. So this is Salami's new name, so from now on we'll be calling him that. He's decided to have a little bit of a change, so I mean it's fair enough. So this is Corvinus. And he's going to be playing as the Ottomans here in the color green in the south side of the map. We're on the map Dry Arabia here, so both civilizations here pretty strong on this map. I mean, when you typically think of these open maps, French is definitely one that does come to mind. But then Ottomans also does excel really well. And interestingly, Corvinus. I do apologize in advance to Corvinus, because I will be getting the name wrong multiple times, so I do apologize for that. He's not actually opening up with a military school here at all, which is kind of interesting. I mean, up against the French, it's something you can definitely do, and it's something that we do see most players tend to lean towards. But instead, he's moved out here towards the deer with just 6 villagers, which is a really interesting choice. We've seen this build from B before with the French, where he looks to just move out to the deer, and then he looks to stick down a chamber of commerce in, like, the corner of the map or something. But Corvinus, he's going to be going for the deer pack here with the Ottomans. And he's also grabbed himself survival... not survival... Yeah, that is survival techniques. I always get survival techniques and professional scouts a little bit muddled sometimes. I mean, they're both deer-related, and players, they don't tend to grab them that often. Not something that you usually look towards, so... But that is what Corvinus has decided to go for here, the survival techniques. Which, I mean, it makes sense when you're out here on the deer. Only 6 villagers, though. I feel like you could maybe bring some more across, but then I guess you are only keeping the 6 on food, sorry. But Corvinus should be able to age up relatively soon. He's struggling a little bit when it comes to the food. But obviously, you do carry a lot more here when it comes to the deer, so maybe just a little bit more of a drop-off there. You should be able to get that one through. WAM on the other side, though, is going to be aging up with the School of Cavalry. Outpost coming down immediately. Well, that is a preemptive outpost if I've ever seen one. Is he expecting the spears to come in from the Ottoman player? Because this isn't something that I've seen a lot. But WAM's going to be going for it, so I guess that works. Seems like a little bit of a waste of wood, though, but you never know. Let me see. Corvinus going to be dropping down the barracks now. On the deer pack. Interesting. Oh my goodness, he's doing the build again. So, a couple of videos back, we had the Sultani trade network come through. And this build order worked amazingly. Like, it was crazy how well this build was. And now, we're adding in this deer pack to the equation. Because last time, a little bit of the issue was that there wasn't a whole lot of food left in the base, so Anatolian Hills had to be called in, and that basically fixed it. Sort of fixed the food issues. But here, Corvinus has gone out for the deer pack, so he's gonna have a more food saved back at home. As we can see, he's gathered quite a few sheep with his scout here as well, and he's also grabbing a few spears on the deer pack as well. So that means when WAM inevitably comes in with a knight, he's going to be able to stand here, or stand his ground here with the singular... Well, he'll need another spear probably get his hardened upgrades, but he's looking really, really good here. Nice and condensed. The Sultani trade network comes through. Interestingly, on the gold mine here, we're going to have to see if he looks to drop a tower down here as well. Could always be a wise decision up against the French, as we do see WAM's first knight is already on the way. This build order is really, really developing here. Looks like we're going to be moving away from the gold onto the wood now. So maybe, I mean, maybe it's just to get the wood in for the tower. But the last time that we saw this, it was basically a fast castle with this Sultani trade network. And we do see here, Corvinus is going to be trading up a few more traders. So I assume he's going to be going for 6 out of 6 here. And then looking to go for Castle Age like he did last time. And that does mean he has to pull these builds onto wood, just so he can continuously train these up, and also still have enough wood for houses, etc. And probably wants to get an outpost up as well. But we see here, hardened upgrade comes through. Couple more spears are on the way as the first knight for Wham approaches the base. Maybe a little bit hard here for a tower to go up on the gold, but we do see stone is being gathered. Spearman sits there on the stone. We'll take a look back over at Wham's base. We see he is dropping down an archery range here as well, so gonna be a little bit of a worry here for Corvinus. It does seem like Wham is putting a lot of pressure here in H2. He's not even thinking about a second TC, so this is definitely the best play here to try and punish this. We're gonna have to see if it works for him though, because we saw Salami take out Lucifron last time with this build, and now we're adding in new bits of the build like this deer gathering. It could be even more. It could be even stronger. So obviously Wham is an incredible player. I would say, I mean, it's up to you what you think who's the better player, but I would say Wham and Lucifron are relatively similar when it comes to skill level. So I mean, we're gonna have to see here if it was just a one-off play last time by Corvinus with this build, or if this is actually the meta here. Are we watching the meta develop in front of our eyes? Could possibly be the case. See that? Wham. Trying to get off a charge here on the villagers. Is this where you probably want to use the patrol command? Use the patrol command around here, just so you're guaranteed to not have a charge in the back of your villagers, because sometimes they can get off hits because of the way spearmen act. They're a little bit special sometimes. But we do actually see here, Corvinus, he's looking pretty happy with his resource bank right now, bringing a couple more vills back onto the gold as a spearman there guarding. Sorry, I'd say guiding, but I mean, I'm not exactly sure if he's guiding the way to the gold, but we do now see Wham going to be approaching with two archers. Going to be enough to push Salami. Sorry. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, but Corvinus, yeah, he's going to have a little bit of an issue here with the 2 archers, as we do see a military school is out. Double military school, in fact, and they're both producing archers, which is an interesting choice, as usually we do see Spahi coming out. Now, Spahi would be great here up against the archers, but it's going to be archer v archer with a few spears in here. So as long as Corvinus can keep up a decent mass here of archers, he's going to be looking alright. But yeah, he needs to pull these forward now, as we do see even more archers coming through. And a spear here from Wham. Still a Dark Age spear, but we do see he's going to get pushed off the deer. But he's managed to extract most of the food from it. So he should be able to just retreat back to the base now and sit very happily on the sheep, which I believe he did call in Anatolian Hills as well. So he's going to have plenty of food under here for when he reaches that Castle Age. He's got enough gold. Waiting a little bit now on the food. Maybe if he didn't get pushed off the deer, he would have had enough. But nonetheless, he's going to be taking up very, very shortly. We see 168 gold a minute coming in from the Sultani trade network there. Mehmed Imperial Armory is going to be coming down now. Stable also dropped down with this. It looks like Corvinus is wanting to go into Knights when he reaches the next stage, which definitely works. If you're up against the French here with the classic Archer plus Royal Knight composition, and you can get an age ahead, definitely going into Knights is a good call. We actually see here, Corvinus is going to be slowly killing the sheep just to save a little bit of time for the workers. Wham's just looking to wrap himself around the base. He's looking for any sort of villager kills that he can find. Woodline may be a little bit exposed here. Looks like he's on top of it for the time being. Arcs will unfortunately get taken out, but I am not sure. I don't think it's that much of a big deal. especially for the Ottomans as well. It costs only 100 wood, so I mean, preferably you would like to save it, right? But it's not the end of the world. And now we actually see economic counts. Wham finally does overtake, both on 1 TCs, but we do see here Corvinus does have the 6 traders, which is helping towards this count here. So another blacksmith is going to get dropped down, as we do see Steeled Arrow is going to be coming in here. Wham's really looking to up the pressure here, as he does have siege engineering coming through. Did he cancel it? Did he just cancel that? He did. He cancelled it. He's going to be grabbing Steeled Arrow first. I mean, interesting. It only takes like, it would have been like another 15 seconds before that came in, but maybe he's looking to save the resources, as we do see more and more heavy knights coming through. More and more archers as well. If there's any civilization to stick to the feudal age with, it's definitely the French. French is like one of the only civs that can do this. Maybe the Rus can as well, but I mean, the French just work so much better because of the you know, the TC is able to produce that a little bit faster. You do see Corvinus. He's got his meta out from the Vizier point. You do see the movement speed is in there. Mangonel, 1 minute, 12 seconds away. That's really what he's waiting for right now. If he could just hold for another minute till that Mangonel comes out, he's going to be looking absolutely great here. He just needs to make sure he has enough spears out. But it doesn't look like he's dropped down any more. He hasn't actually dropped down any more barracks, which is an interesting choice. As I mean, if you have spears, you're going to be able to keep your Mangonel defended. If you keep your Mangonel defended, you're going to be shutting down this whole archer mass here from Wham. But instead, Salami's just looking to go very heavy on the knight and archer mass here. Grabbing his veterancy upgrade for the archers. It looks like he's going to be able to move out now. The first knight is hit. No upgrades for the spearmen, as we do not have a single barracks down. Spears for Wham. Going to be retreating back. Only the 1 lancer here for Corvinus, so not going to be a big deal for him. And now we see the Royal Knight's going to be getting a nice surround in here. Meta's trying to stay alive. Going to get taken out, though, if he's not careful. Archer's going to be focusing it down. 2 HP. It's going to be going down there. An awful engagement here for Corvinus. He's going to be able to get his Mangonel through in a few seconds, but I feel like Wham, he might just be able to dive underneath this TC and just take it out. So you see there, stable didn't manage to get up either. Corvinus stuck on just the 1 stable. Mangonel is up, though, as we do see he gets a nice shot onto the archer mass. More and more archers are coming through now. Wham going to be wrapping around the base, trying to find some villager kills now. I felt like he could really just dive underneath the base here. I mean, we have class 1 range defense in. Mangonel going to be taking a nice shot here. Huge shot, in fact. Now the knight's going to be running in here. Corvinus going to be starting to produce a couple more lancers still. It just takes so long from just the 1 stable. I mean, we do have the blacksmith here, right, as well, but does seem like he's going to be able to hold, though. We do actually see there the amount of damage that those archers can do is pretty significant when they're veterancy upgraded with Steeled Arrow. In fact, we're about to have balanced projectiles through as well. And Wham. We might be looking under a little bit of pressure now, as we do see the Mangonel is still alive somehow. 21 HP. We need a villager to be pulled to repair that one up. So it looks like Wham's now macroing towards a castle age of his own. Going to be retreating back to the base. He stopped production on units for the time being, but this is where Corvinus could look to put on some a little bit of hurt here himself. 1 HP Lancer right there. It's going to be going down. We see here the archer's just able to do so much damage here. I'd love to see another meta coming out here for the Ottomans. Just a strong unit to have here. I mean, mainly for the movement. When you're kiting like this, having the extra plus 15% movement speed is absolutely huge. That Mangonel is going to be going down here. May have been saved if we had some repairs coming through for that Mangonel. But we do have another one coming through very, very shortly. And it looks like the archer mass here is able to clean up that knight mass. Because we do have lancers coming in now as well. Wow. I mean, yeah, having +2 attack with, you know, in the castle age, these guys actually do some decent damage despite going up against their hard counters. More military schools going to be coming down here. Another mangonel does make its appearance. More and more lances are on the way as well. Corvinus looking in a pretty decent spot here. But wham, he's going to be looking to age up now. We see still ahead in economy, up by four economic units at this point in time. Royal Institute is going to be coming through. This is where it may become a little bit of an issue for Corvinus, because when Royal Bloodlines comes through, as well as the veterancy upgrade, maybe even cancelled saddles, maybe even chivalry, that's when your archer mass isn't looking so pretty. I mean, even if you're the Marlians and you've got your massive archer mass, you're not looking that pretty when it comes to French knights in the castle age. Do you see here? We actually see the knight looking to take out the tower here with its sword. I feel like we've had quite a few of these bugs recently where units are not attacking things with the correct tools. So I've seen a knight attacking units with a with a torch before, so I don't know, a little bit odd here, but it does look like the tower will be able to take out the lancer before it gets set on fire. But still a lot of idle time here with Wham's boar. It looks like Corvinus is going to be looking to push the base. You see some stone being collected now as well, so that could possibly be for another town center. Only 4 workers on the stone, so it could also be for a keep. That's going to be a little bit tricky here, as we do have veterancy royal knights here for Wham. You see the archer still able to do some good damage here, as we do have the attack drums in for the meta. More lancers going to be running in here. Wham doesn't have any upgrades yet on the archers, as we do have royal knights coming in from behind. Nice pick up there. Mangonel able to get taken out. It does mean these archers will be able to fire upon Corvinus's army. It looks like the archer mass is still pretty strong here. I mean, it's really that +2 defense, +2 attack that is really the game changer here. And Wham is still yet to grab any upgrades for his archers. Some more villagers going to be sitting inside that tower. A couple of them even going to get taken out there. Looks like Corvinus trying to equal up that economic count. Lancers and knights for both players slowly being taken out here, but these archers they just don't die, do they? Look at that, sitting underneath the outpost here. Only the +1 in for Wham. Doesn't have many blacksmith upgrades. We do see there. I'd love to see Corvinus switch over to ranged defense drums in this position, because he's mainly, you know, the main threat right now is this tower here. So switching this over to ranged defense drums could be really, really nice. It gives you an extra one ranged defense armor, which is pretty huge. It reduces damage by quite a bit from both the town center and the tower. We've got more. Oh, these aren't units. These are villagers. Okay, it's a keep drop. It's a keep drop. He's going to be going for a keep drop. Where could he put it? You just stick it right here. I mean, it's probably going to be like here, but we're going to have to see. Let's have a look, see if Wham spots it out. I mean, spots like a couple villagers, but whether you're paying attention or not, I don't think he knows it's... Okay, it's right here. There it is. It's coming through. Wham's starting to build up a decent number of knights, though. Do we have Royal Bloodlines through? No, we don't. We have barely any upgrades. In fact, we haven't got a single upgrade through from the Royal Institute yet. We do see the Royal Knights going to be trying to kill off a few villagers here, but we just see they get taken out so quickly, unable to just do any damage here. Town Center Fire is going to be the big one here, but as we do see here, Corvinus has his +2 ranged defense. Doesn't have textiles in, though. Textiles could be a huge one here, but doesn't look like he's going to be grabbing it. Also going to be grabbing the relics in behind this. Managing to somewhat equalize the worker count as well. He may be losing a couple here, but this is huge value right here, getting this keep up. I mean, Wham's played this pretty perfectly this game so far. There's not really been a point where you could point out, oh yeah, you know, that was a huge blunder. There's not really been that point, but Corvinus, he's just played this one perfectly. And this build here with the Sultani trade network, with the little addition of the deer, absolutely huge. And we see more workers going to be going down. Corvinus now going to be taking the lead when it comes to the economy. And we see here, Knight's going to get taken out as Salami has the better Knights. No Royal Bloodlines in. Siege Workshop with a blacksmith going to get dropped down. Battering rams are on the way. It looks like we're just going to go for mass rams to try and take all of this out. And it works perfectly, right? You're underneath a keep, so rams is definitely going to be the way. Trebuchets, sure, they're good. They've got some good range, but they take a lot longer and cost a lot more than rams. So rams definitely the call here. Corvinus also going to be looking to pick up all of the relics here. So yeah, he's definitely ahead when it comes to the economy. It looks like Wham's going to be moving out, trying to get some return raids in here. Corvinus looking in a great position right now. You see ahead by a massive amount when it comes to the score. I feel like at this point in time, you could even think about taking your... I mean, maybe not because you're up against the French. And they've got, you know, some knights out on the field and they're always looking to raid, right? But in different matchups, I feel like you could always look to take your traders out of the Sultani trade network and look to just do a little bit of trade. I feel like that could always work. But I mean, it's always safe to just keep them in here, right? As now we have Janissaries actually being called here for Corvinus. Going to be able to look to defend the raids here with these Janissaries. And we actually see, look at the amount of damage they can just do to Royal Knights. We actually have them being produced out of the archery ranges right now with the amount of gold income coming in from all of the relics and the sacred sites that will be shortly saved up. I mean, why not, right? Janissaries are a great unit when up against their counter. So what's a better time than this to use the Janissary? As Corvinus takes out the first landmark, the School of Cavalry, it goes down. More and more production going to get taken out here. Wham! Starting to fall behind when it comes to military by a massive amount, and also the economy. And losing just so much production right now. Corvinus looking in such good position. We actually have a second keep coming down now. What is Wham's plan here? He's got down a Siege Workshop. He doesn't have anything. You know, he has nothing here, and he's going to be losing out so much economy right here. Town center going to look to get taken out now, and I feel like at this point, Corvinus could look to just go for a landmark snipe here potentially. Doesn't even need to think about anything else. Just go for the landmarks. Keep on producing those rounds as we do see more coming out, but he doesn't need to because Wham calls GG right there. Corvinus bringing out the big brain build right there. This build is absolutely crazy. Taking out 2 top 5 players with this build. What a crazy game. If you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like. Maybe even consider subscribing because this was crazy. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.